Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a beer courtesy of Cameron, so thank you so much. And this is barrel-aged B-Bomb from Fremont. Ripped off a little bit, the wax was there. And this is, 2019 vintage of their bourbon barrel-aged winter ale, pretty much barley wine. Last time I reviewed this was, specifically this beer, was 2016. This beer it was absolutely delicious, and then I had the coconut version last year, courtesy of a viewer. So thank you so much. And so this one rocks in at 13.2. It is a blend of a bunch of their different vintages. I say it has distinct bourbon, oak, cacao, leather, toffee, dark coffee notes from the barrel aging. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely cannot wait. Yes. This is a famous barrel aging program, by the way, and this is one of their famous beers, along with the barrel aged Dark Star. So the beer pours are very dark. So in B-Bomb, it actually just pretty much looks like a bourbon barrel aged imperial stout. Maybe a little bit of like light brown on the edges, but really it is a very, very dark beer. Really can't tell the difference between, this and an imperial stout. But then on the nose, you can sort of definitely tell. It really lacks the roasty edge that you get, those rich notes of like intense notes of coffee and chocolate. Instead, you're exploded with rich notes of vanilla, bourbon, oak. The toffee comes in, that sweet, dark fruit qualities. There's this kind of stewed fig plum note. It has, what is that called? Adult dried fruit snacks. They sort of sell them in the farmers markets and stuff. It's sort of like a adult fruit roll-up. Yeah, it's concentrated apples. It's this like rich kind of like spicy bourbon note. The heat, oh man. It's all the notes. It's marshmallow, it's vanilla. It's absolutely fantastic. Cheers. Wow, interesting. So I was expecting something a little bit more sweet. I was just on the top of my head. I was like, well, last time I had Goose Island Bourbon County Barleywine. And I was thinking about that beer on the top of my head, and this beer hit my palate. I'm like, oh, that's not the same. So this beer, despite being around the same ABV, bourbon barrel aged, pretty much a barley wine or winter ale, what do you want to call it, overlapping BJCP. But this beer is actually quite dry, woody, and oaky. Up front, rich, sweet, bourbony, vanilla notes, oak, and then it's just quite dry. Wow. Actually, thought this beer would have a little bit more residual sweetness, as I think it generally does, but wow. Yeah, it really is a different, like I like Bourbon County Barley Wine because it has that kind of stout quality to it, I guess, when it used to be Asian Bourbon County Stout barrels. But anyway, this really does shine a little bit more like barley wine. It has that kind of like bitterness edge to it on the back end. There is hop bitterness. I guess the base beer is a decently hoppy beer. Then they throw it in the barrel. It has this rich kind of like explosion of bourbon character, vanilla up front. Beer is playing with their fun toys in the background. This is just like, it's almost like cedar oak. It's like this kind of like foresty kind of just like wooden ship. I mean, it's such a weird kind of like an adjective, but like woody quality to it. But then it's wrapped around with obviously the good amount of the caramel, the toffee. The dark fruit's actually a little bit hidden because of that bitterness that rides in. So personally for me, I would probably age this one a little bit. This is the 2019 vintage, and sort of let that bitterness ride out a little bit more and let the beer sort of develop. But for people that like sort of your bourbon barrel aged beers to have quote unquote balance, where it is that decadent stuff up front, but you have that, beer stuff on the back end as in hop bitterness and those kind of drying notes, and this works for you. If you're looking for like desserty, rich bourbon barrel aged barley wine, this maybe not for you. Lots to say. Nice cocoa notes up front, sweet, treacly, molasses. I actually do really like the balance on this one, huh? Personally, I prefer it a little bit bold. Then again, I'm a Bourbon County guy, so my tasting notes of that like big rich sweetness, that like sticky. This is a little bit more nuanced, much more nuanced. This really reminds me a little bit more of Firestone Walker's program versus Goose Island's barrel aging program. If that makes any sense to you, an analogy of barrel aging programs. This for me gets a so fine as hell. Very, 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 very tasty. That's a 98 minus. Let's go with a solid 97. 97, 97. This is barrel aged bee bomb from Fremont. Absolutely delicious. Highly recommended. They have one of the best barrel aging programs in the country. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Thank you so much, Cameron. Later.